So in today's video, I'm going to talk about that how you are not going to kill your philodendron burlmarks because they are very easy to grow and very easy to take care houseplant. But in some cases, we have seen that after purchasing a new plant, we do some mistakes because of that new plant starts to facing some problems and gradually that plants die. So in today's video, I'm going to talk regarding this philodendron variety. But before starting this video, I really request all my viewers to please subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram and on my Facebook page. And I also started a Hindi channel named Juhi Ki Kali. I will give that channel link in the description box so you can also check that channel out. Talking about philodendrons, so there are varieties of philodendron available, and philodendrons are known for their beautiful leaf shape, and also they are known for their air purifying qualities as well. So this philodendron name is Philodendron Burl Marx, and there is an interesting fact regarding this philodendron, that this philodendron was named after an architect who was the first architect who have used native plants in modern landscape designs. His name was Roberto Burl Marx. Like the other philodendrons, this plant also needs well-drained soil, bright indirect sunlight, and always you should keep the soil mixture little on the wet side. But the most important thing while taking care of your initial plants that you recently purchased from the nursery is that you should always let the plant accumulate in your home for at least 10 to 15 days. After, change the soil mixture or whatever changes is required. Talking about this plant, so this philodendron is basically belongs to the Ericea family, and this is a low growing shrub. Talking about the leaves, you can see that the leaves are very glossy and very textured, and also the leaves are kind of in a heart shape. Philodendrons are very popular houseplant nowadays because they are very low maintenance and the availability is much more in comparison of the other varieties of houseplants. So let's talk about that what are the basic needs that your philodendron needs to grow in a better way. So the first need is what kind of soil mixture you should use. So for a philodendron burlmarks plant, you need a very well draining soil. Whatever kind of soil mixture you are going to use for this philodendron burlmarks, you should always ensure that the water should drain out totally from the pothole. As far as the soil mixture goes, I use the coco peat, perlite, river sand and cow dung compost mixture for my this philodendron. You can also use garden soil, but by using a very well drained soil that prevents the extra water from building up in the soil mixture, and when there is too much water in your plant soil, so that will block the oxygen from getting through the roots. In the lack of oxygen to a plant's root, that can cause root rot. That's why you should always use a very well drained soil for this philodendron burlmarks. Your philodendron burlmarks will does very well if you keep the soil mixture little on the wet side. So never underwater this plant. Always before watering this plant, check the soil mixture. The second point is what kind of sunlight or light does your philodendron burlmarks need. So all varieties of philodendron, especially this philodendron burlmarks, does very well if you give this plant bright but indirect sunlight, because this plant doesn't need that much of sunlight because this is a tropical plant. So this plant can thrive in low light areas as well. But never put this plant in direct sunlight because that will burn the plant leaves. The next point is how you are going to water your philodendron burlmarks. Like the other philodendron, this plant also need its soil mixture to be on the wet side, and if you keep the soil mixture little moist, then your plant is going to thrive very well. But never overwater this plant because that will cause root rot as we discussed earlier, and if you underwater your plant is going to die very soon because of underwatering, because this plant loves humidity. The next point is humidity. So this philodendron bulbmarks is a tropical plant, as I discussed earlier. So this plant loves humidity, and this plant is basically originates from Brazil. So humidity is most important for your philodendrons to thrive in your home. So always try to mimic that. You can shower your plant time to time, at least 2 to 3 times, especially in this summer season. And if you can't do that, you can use a pebble tray filled with pebbles and water in it, and above that put your plant. Talking about the fertilization, so philodendron doesn't need that much of fertilizer, so you can use a slow releasing fertilizer that will work wonders for your plant. No matter what type of fertilizer you are gonna use for your philodendron bulbmarks, but always make sure that the fertilizer you are using for your this philodendron bulbmarks have the high level of nitrogen in it, because the nitrogen level helps the plant to get this glossy and bigger leaves. And this is the mostly growing season for most of the house plant, so this is the ideal time that you should fertilize your philodendron bulbmarks. You can do it once a week, and before adding any kind of fertilizer to your philodendron bulbmarks, make sure that the soil mixture is on the wetter side or a little moist, because if the soil is dried out, the fertilizer can damage the roots of your plant. When it's come to propagating any variety of philodendron, and especially this philodendron bulbmarks, there are mainly two methods that are used. So the first method is using stem cuttings and put it into the soil mixture that you have previously used for your philodendron, and also you can propagate them into water. And the second method is by air layering. The common pest problem that you can also face while growing these philodendron bulbmarks, the first problem is thrips. The second pest that you can find is mealybugs. And the third and very common problem is spider mites. To save your plants from any kind of infestation, always use a neem oil for the first aid, and always keep the infected plant separated from the other plants. Rather than these points, if you have got any other doubts regarding this philodendron bulbmarks, please comment down below in the comment section. That's all for today's video. See you in my next videos. Bye.